Thanks for joining us on AFL Riverina TV. I'm Lauren Markham. First things first on our Farrer League chat, a big congratulations to the Northern Jets A-grade netballers who became the first team all year to beat CSU. It was a huge upset, deserving of a mention, and could make for an interesting final series with the Jets currently 6th, but clearly capable of making finals. On the football field, the Jets have all but secured their final spot with a win over CSU, although they do face the top two teams in the next fortnight. There's still some pressure on Marrar to secure their spot, but their destiny is in their own hands as they play the two teams below them, Temora and North Wagga, in the next 2 weeks. Joining us in the studio is Shane Buchanan from AFL Riverina, and a man who won premierships with Temora but can this week have a hand in ending their finals hopes, Jason Reid. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you.
Now, Jason, firstly, how have you enjoyed your first season at Marrar, and how are you feeling about heading back to Nixon Park for the first time?
Yeah, it's been a great year so far. Enjoyment's come back into the football that I've wanted to have, and that's been good. Marrar's really got behind me and that sort of stuff, and yeah, going back to the home turf's definitely going to be a nervous one.
And as we said, you're sitting 5th, but you haven't beaten a team above you on the ladder since the win over Temora back in round 5. Is there a feeling that you have some improving to do, potentially starting this week?
Yeah, we just got to run and carry a lot more and try and get around each other, enjoy the football and enjoy each other's company a bit more, and yeah, try and get some wins on the board really. Because yeah, we haven't had a win for the last 2 weeks, so definitely looking for one.
And Shane, it goes to show just how close the comp is this year. Temora hadn't won in more than 2 months, but they're actually only a game outside the top 5. Can they give Marrar a shake?
Well, I think they can, I suppose. Unfortunately, we're pretty well documented they've had their injury concerns this year. So, look, they can go into the game confident like you normally would do. But I suppose the challenge with Marrar's probably got a lot to play for, I suppose, in regards to where their position is on the ladder. And I think the Bombers probably got too much to play for with the Kangaroos, but no doubt the Kangaroos will try their best to get the 4 points.
Now, Temora lost Charlie Valance to injury last time you guys played them. He was back last week. How important of a player is he, and where do you think they'll put him?
Yeah, he makes a big difference in that side, I reckon. Yeah, I reckon because he's come back from injury, they'll play him in the back line just to get his fitness back up. But they might throw him up forward if they're struggling for forward pressure. But yeah, that's what I reckon he'll do.
Now, Brad Turner had a big day with 6 goals against East Wagga last week. Obviously, playing him deep paid off. Did that change your game a little bit?
Yeah, we tried a different game plan this week, or last week, sorry, and yeah, like definitely made a big difference. Takes a big grab, a few goals, and yeah, like he's definitely a good player.
Well, let's take a look at the other fixtures now. And North Wagga's season is really on the line at Collyamberley. The Hawks have a big day with a 1976 premiership reunion and Nathan Scott's 200th game at the club when they host the Jets. And the Magpies welcome CSU to Victoria Park. Shane, the Saints have been one of the stories this year, but for all the wrong reasons. Can they go to Collyamberley and keep their finals hopes alive?
Yeah, poor North Wagga. I mean, they've been in so many games at three-quarter time and just can't get the chocolates, which has been disappointing. It's been a real credit to North Wagga, going outside the area and brought some players into the competition, which has been a real leader in that position. But Collie, at Collie, it's never easy. Once again, Collie, another team coming off the bye, so it'd be interesting to see if they're going to be sluggish early. But I just think Collie, they've got too much to play for as well. They just need to keep rolling along as they are. And Collie's never easy, so I think Collie should get over the Saints in that one.
Well, Jason, you guys are actually the only side to win at Collie this year. Any advice for the Saints?
Yeah, just run and carry, I think, because they're a little side, and Collie is a big side, so you want to run and create and get that space around them.
Now, the Blues haven't lost since round 2. Is it their size or their experience that's getting them home?
Definitely the experience. They've got a lot of old heads in that side, so yeah, that's what I reckon.
Now, Shane, a big day at Gumley, but it's also a big test for the Jets. Do you think they can take that game to East Wagga?
Well, I think they're going to try to. I think the Jets have just got to throw caution to the wind, play on at all times, try and test East Wagga. Because, I mean, if you're going to go there and try and be conservative, I think you're going to get beaten. And really, what have the Jets got to lose? I mean, have a crack, run the ball, try and expose them for the best they can. But I can't see it happening. I think East Wagga's form's been red hot, and yeah, I think they'll probably have too much class for the Jets in that particular one.
Now, the Bush Pigs are hoping to claim a few scalps in the last month or so of the competition. Do you think that's something they can do at the Rock, or will it be more about kind of lessening the damage?
I think it might be more about lessening the damage. I suppose uni holidays, a couple of weeks, so most of the players come back this week. I suppose you always ask the question, how many have been actually training over the uni break period? But look, the Rock, a bit like Collie and East Wagga, too much to play for and probably got too much class for the Bush Pigs.
Now, Jason, you played East Wagga last week and you saw much more than you probably wanted to of the Rock's ability the week before. What did you guys learn from those two games?
Just from the kickouts, like they definitely spread well from the kickouts and that's where they get most of their goals. They run and carry pretty well, so it's pretty hard to defend that. So.
And now both of those sides are in form and they've got plenty of match winners. Do you think you guys have the ability to match them? And who are the players in your side who can really step up to, turn you guys into a genuine contender in the final series?
Yeah, on the day I reckon we nearly have them. We've got enough ability in our side to sort of match them, I think, because they're never real good in the finals. East Wagga, they always struggle. So I reckon people like Josh Hager, Tyler Cunningham, and Brad Turner. Brad Turner's a massive part of our side, and he can really turn it on when he wants to.
Well, thanks so much for coming in, guys. And Jason, best of luck in the return to Nixon Park and for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren.